Good morning. It is Monday, which means it's the Monday motivation time. I'm so excited to be here. Why? Because I love Mondays. And I know that a lot of you don't. So I came to cheer you up and make sure that you have a fabulous Monday today. A couple of things I want to throw out there. For anybody who's here and you don't know who I am, my name is Katrina Ely and I am the founder of Empowered to Launch. Empowered to Launch is really the blueprint for launching your online home-based business. So if you have a dream of starting a new business, working from the comfort of your own home, then you need to follow Empowered to Launch and download our bundle pack. I have created a business startup bundle kit that includes my ebook guide, which is the 7 essential steps that you need for launching your business. I have 101 tips to keep you productive and a checklist that you can go through before you make the decision to ditch the 9 to 5. So if you are thinking about launching your own business and you're not quite sure you're ready, then download this business starter kit because that checklist will definitely help you determine whether or not you are ready to go to launch your new business and ditch that 9 to 5 life for good. So go and download that now. You can click the link on my banner to get that bundle. So today we are talking about the ingredients of perfection, because everybody these days, when they're getting into business or they're going on Facebook Live or whatever it might be, everybody wants to be perfect. Everybody wants to put their best foot forward and deliver what they feel is the perfect presentation, the perfect product, the perfect display, whatever it might be. We all want it to be perfect. And I suffer from this. I work, and then I feel like maybe it's not good enough, so then I hold it in because I really want it to be perfect before I put it out there. But let me just tell you what the number one ingredient of perfection is. I know, you guys this is going to drive you nuts. But the number one ingredient of perfection is mistakes. Yep, I'm sorry. That's what I said. If you didn't hear me, I said mistakes. Those are the ingredients for perfection. Like if you want to one day reach that level of perfection that you seek, then you got to have some failures. You got to make mistakes along the way because that's what teaches us. When I look back on things I did as a kid, it's that hindsight that now shows me that those were mistakes. It's the growth. It's now where I am and all the lessons that I learned through life that now I look back and go, all right, that wasn't the best choice, or that was definitely a mistake. But at the time, I didn't know it was a mistake. But all of these little mistakes are what got me where I am today. Am I perfect? No. And to be honest, none of us ever are. However, in order to ever even get to that level, you have to be willing to put yourself out there and fail a little bit. Mistakes, like they happen to the best of us. I don't know one successful person whose story I've heard or read had no mistakes, had no failures. They just woke up one day and were given all of these things. One thing I noticed is that a lot of people who are handed everything and they seem to have this so-called perfect life, they don't really accomplish much. They were born into this wealth. They have lots of money. They were born into, famous families. So their name's already out there. They don't really need to do anything to become popular. The world already knows them. They already have all the money they desire. So what happens is they go out and they make mistake after mistake, but they don't reach that level of perfection that they were trying. Well, I don't even know if they were ever trying to, but they never reach it that most of us are trying to get to. And that's because it was just all handed to them. They didn't get that growth period to really work for it and earn those things and know what it's like to stumble along the way, get back up, and still reach the top of that mountain. You guys know how I feel about the mountain. That is always what I look at when I am trying to scale up and reach that level of success. To me, it's just a mountain, and I need to just keep taking steps. But back to the point is, not everybody has that. Not everybody, they're looking at it and they don't need to scale a mountain because they own planes and stuff. Why do they need to walk up a mountain? But that's what I'm trying to tell you is that don't compare where somebody else is at or look at their money or whatever else and think, oh, they have this so-called perfect life or everything is perfect with them. It's not. They either have made mistakes that we don't know about or they're missing out on the whole process of growth. And that's what makes us truly perfect, is that look at where we've come from. I know a lot of friends that I look around with and we talk and like, we just think about all the stupid stuff we did as kids and mishaps that we got into and mistakes that we made. And we think, thank God. Thank God we're still here. And thank God that those things didn't turn out much worse. But you know what? Each of those things are what got us where we are today. So, yeah, you don't want to be making these mistakes. Nobody wants to be that person doing, those stupid things or whatever. However, it's all part of your growth process. If you don't make mistakes, if you're not willing to put yourself out there and just be laughed at or have people tell you like, no, that's no good, then you really don't belong in that place. Because one of the things you have to know is that nobody really believes in perfection. Nobody really believes that you do no wrong, that everything you do just comes out perfect. Usually when people see that, they're wondering what it is you're trying to hide. But when you come out and you just show people, hey, this is me doing the best that I can. Is it perfect? Probably not. But I come from a good place and I'm just here to service you. Then people, they're more opening to that. They are more accepting of that type of person than they are of the one who just wants to put on this front of perfection. I don't want anybody to see me fail. I don't want anybody to see my struggles or my mistakes. I just want them to see perfect old me. And I tell you guys this because I've suffered for this sometimes. I have this perfection complex where I feel that everything needs to be perfect before I show anybody. And it's just not the case. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. So today, I just want to tell you guys that if you are really, truly seeking perfection in your life, then make some mistakes. Just get out there and try it. Get started. Start taking steps up that mountain because that's the only way to truly reach that level of perfection that you want to be. We learn through trial and error. That's the only way to scale to the top of that mountain. And that's the only way to truly live is to be able to put yourself out there fearlessly. To be able to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. And if people don't like it, oh well. If you're not hurting or harming anybody, then go for it. Do what makes you happy and do what makes you feel good in your life. And you know what? If you fall and stumble along the way, that's all right. Just get back up and keep going. So that's what I want to share with you guys today on this amazing Monday. I really do hope you guys are going to have a fabulous, fabulous week. And I want to share with you guys one more thing. So this week, last week I told you guys about my training that I did on the 5 things that you need to put in place before you ditch the 9 to 5. Well, I have to tell you guys, I have had a huge, results from that. So many people have been coming to me saying, thank you for this training. They got so much out of it, and now they're looking for more. So what I wanted to do was, because the webinar thing, I get it. It's hard to keep up on a schedule. Maybe you sign up and, days go by and you forget about it, or, something comes up in your day and you're not able to make it. So what I want to do is I am going to host the 5 things that you need to put in place before you ditch the 9 to 5 right here on my live all this week. So this week at 3 p.m., I would like you to join me for a special training on the 5 things that you need to put in place before you ditch the 9 to 5. Now, any of you guys been following this page for a while, you know me. I'm all about ditching the 9 to 5. There are so many other ways that you can make money without a job. So if you are one of those people and you've been wondering or you're dreading going into that office today, then you need to join me for this training. It's going to be all this week at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be showing you and going over the 5 things that you need to put in place before you ditch the 9 to 5. And just for joining up, you will also get my bundle kit. That way, you will have everything that you need to get yourself started on your new business, because there's nothing like the person who's just always thinking about it and they're going to do this and I was planning on doing that. No more of that. Today is the day that you start taking action. And the first thing that you need to do is join me here live at 3 p.m. for this amazing training. I'm telling you guys, so many people had gotten so much out of this training that I just wanted to be able to share it with everyone. So you don't need to sign up for a webinar. You don't need to do anything special. All you need to do is be here today at 3 p.m. to join me for this special live. And today, I have a special guest joining me. So if you have time at 3 p.m., please be here on the Empowered to Launch page. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share this as many places as we can. That's what Facebook loves. So that's what we do. I want to get this message in the hands of as many people as possible, because someone out there right now is holding back because they don't think they're good enough. They don't think that they're perfect enough for the world. So I want to make sure that they know that they are. Wherever they're at right now is enough. And that the more that they put themselves out there and make mistakes, the more they will grow. And they will start to see that perfect person that they imagine in their head. But even if they never reach that level of perfection, because I'm still not there, and I don't think you are either, but it's all about the growth. Being able to look back and see that transformation and say, wow, like, look how far I've come. And I was afraid to even start. Even thinking about doing these lives. So many of us, like, so afraid to start. But the only way to ever get better at them is to get on here and do them. So I go back and I look and I see growth and I see tips on things I can improve. But I know that I wouldn't be here if I didn't ever start there and I didn't make those mistakes and do all those things. So we all have fumbles. But in order to reach that level of perfection, you got to put yourself out there. So that's the ingredient. The number one ingredient for perfection is mistakes. So remember that this week. I want you guys to have a fabulous Monday. And don't forget, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, join me here for this awesome, amazing, special training. I don't want you to miss it, you guys. This is going to be so good. So please, join me here today, 3 p.m. I'll see you then. Bye.